Let's do it! Manu di Banga! Начнем! Топ-9 приданных! Ребята, дайте энергии в круг! Битмастер! Первый раунд! Полет идет нормально! Косу! Здесь, чтобы забрать раунд! Топ-9! Автограф!
I mean, I think a crew hopper is basically in it for, they have their own goal, right? Their goal is like outside the crew. Their goal is they want to be, push themselves to be the best. That's why they want to be with the better crew, where it's almost like they're not part of any crew. They're really in it for themselves and to kind of like just make, like, be an individual in the long run. Honestly, they want to use every crew that's hot at the moment and make themselves, like, elevate themselves, catapult their own success, which, I mean, at the same time, like, a crew could use if they're really good, like, and they're helping them and they vibe with them. It's, I don't know, like, I feel like it, in a way, like, you kind of need all these different personalities to make this whole thing work. I mean, I personally don't really like crew hoppers. I myself have been the same crew forever and been asked, like, to be in multiple crews, and it's, I don't know, it's just like, for me, is the crew is like, it doesn't, I don't know, it represents more than just like a group of b-boys for myself. So I feel like with a crew hopper, it might be something different, right? It's not, to them, it's just like the dancers in a game where they need to elevate themselves, versus like, oh, this is kind of like family, and like, it's different.
Yeah, I personally feel that if you're in a crew and you got somewhere, like, let's say that, for example, like, when we first started the crew, you know, I knew for a fact that we were all gonna be in it for a long haul. Like, I knew some of the guys that were, you know, like, kind of like that were with us a while back, even though they stopped, you know, they still say, like, yeah, I was part of most of the photos too. And then you got those who can be like, well, I used to be a part, but now I'm not this. So it has its offs and ons with them, because of the fact that it's like, if you're alone, I feel like you could get down with other crews, but you could still represent that you're this crew and this is the person that you come from. You don't want to be like, all right, well, I'm part of this crew now and part of this crew, and everybody's with, like, joining like 6, 7 different crews now, and you're like, man, what other crews are you part of? I mean, I personally have always just was like, I'm most of the stories, like, if Alex quit and if Dizzy or anybody else of the crew quit, I'm not gonna be like, well, let me go join Gridheads now, because they're the ones who are on top right now, and they're still consistent, you know. But I personally feel like that's the way, you know, like, from my perspective. But for those that want to go along with the crews that are in and part of it, like, then more power to you. But from my perspective, I'm always going to represent most of the stories. So.
Well, what I feel like what determines a glue guy is the actual competitions, right? Because like outside of the competition, to us, he's like not more of a friend than someone else. Like to us, like those practices and sessions that we have, we're all like, everyone's an all-star there, right? At session, it's like what determines a glue guy, it's a battle, it's a competition, it's a setup event where those are what, like 2-3 hours where we end up practicing for months, years, like so it does suck in a way that this competitions kind of determine where your place is, right? And where you should be. It does help you like kind of be like, all right, get motivated, because like break outside of being a glue guy, like but yeah, I feel like the battles are what determine what position you're in, because outside of that, and I feel like all these glue guys, all these superstars, whatever, when it comes together in a session, like everyone is needed. And that's the point of a crew, right? Everyone is needed, everyone has a place. It's like when you're at a session and you do like a Cypher or whatever, like just that energy is brought the same by everyone. Like, and I feel like it's important to have this type of people, not just glue guys, whatever. It's like like a bigger crew that has like different levels, because like, yeah, like the bigger guy can motivate the guy that's not at their level yet, and vice versa. Maybe they'll get past each other, but yeah, I just hate that battles kind of determine that for people, and a lot of the glue guys do stop because they feel like they are the glue guy. They're like, man, what the heck am I doing this for? Like,
Exactly.
You might be the funniest dude and shit. Like, you might be the guy everyone wants to talk to. So are you a glue guy then? No, you're probably the guy everyone wants to hang out with. So, and it sucks because it's not even all the jams, because there's jams where it's like a vibe, right? And everyone's vibing. Might be that glue guy that's hyping everyone up. Like, you might need that people, like Little Juan to us, like, dude, he hyped us up. He was like so like energy, like. And I feel like you'd need, like, if it's all these all-star guys standing there like freaking superheroes, then I don't know, like, I feel like you need these people that are gonna bring this different type of energy to set up competitions even. But that's what I was saying earlier, like, I enjoy a lot of these sessions even more because we have all levels. Like, we have some guys that honestly I'll probably be like, they're not gonna get past even sessions, like. But in a session, it's just that vibe, that energy that brings, that people tend to like overlook, that I feel like this, glue guys bring sometimes even more energy to this sessions that actually help elevate the superstars, right? Because they're like bringing this energy that you wouldn't get just practicing by yourself or training on your own for a competition or whatever. Like, so yeah, that's my take on it.
Like one thing that did happen with our crew was, and this stood out a lot, was because I remember when we were 10 strong, and we had a few crew members that were actually saying to, because like me, Alex, and Luca were always competing. Well, we're always competing together. There was always a 3-on-3, and the first thing would be like is, all right, me, Alex, and Dizzy. That was the first thing always. Whenever it was a 2-on-2, okay, me and Alex, or me and Dizzy, or Dizzy and Alex. It was always like those three, even though we had the crew, because we were in tune with each other already. We had the other crewmates. And then of course the other crewmates would be like, all right, well, we're gonna step with each other. So it got to the point where they started telling me, Dizzy and Alex, like, well, you guys are the A squad, of course we're the B. And then we're like, wait, what? No. Like, we try to let them know, like, well, you do know that we have routines, and then they kind of made it known, like, well, we're included too, which is true. So we did branch off, where we did go to a few Midwest jams where I would be like, all right, I'm gonna go join with these guys, and then Alex and Dizzy would be like, all right, cool, whatever, and then they would scoop with somebody else. I guess it was, we didn't want to leave anybody out at the same time, but when it came down to a 10-on-10.
1 minute!
Oh, yeah! That's disgusting. I'm saying. Routine!
like a full crew battle, everybody was utilized. Everybody was pushing the routines. Everybody was part of the routine. Everybody was, commandoing one person in, one person out. Like everybody was included. And I feel like the jams that are going on now, it's non-existent for the glue people to get exposed because they're not pushing to elevate their skills. And on top of that, like for example, a freestyle session, he said you have to drum with your crew, your original crew. So people are like, I'm gonna hire you to be part of our crew from the other crew, just so we could go in there. It's like you might as well just say you're a super crew then, So it's like it's finding a loophole and going back in and be like, well, I'm gonna go get Evil. And let's say that he wasn't part of the crew. I'm gonna go get Evil because he's alone over there. He can't balance the crew. So you're motion disordered today, So like the glue people on its own, I feel like it's harder for them. I just feel like they need to practice harder and be more of an individual and elevate their skills because everybody could be dope. Everybody could be dope and ill, and it's just really up to their mentality and how far they want to go. If they just want to dance, hey, then that's it,
Okay, let's go.
For more quality content from Beyond the Cypher with Illskillz, don't forget to press the like and subscribe buttons. Also, feel free to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Beyond the Cypher. Let us know how we're doing down in the comment section. And to make sure you don't miss anything from the channel, smash that notification bell. We appreciate the love and support. Peace. Into the next episode.